not all bad. Very quickly going to Ashok as well. Ashok, great to have you on. I think, everybody is worried about this whole issue of whether household savings are moving to the capital markets in too aggressive a fashion. This has become the biggest talking point. Do you expect anything in the budget that addresses it?
I personally don't think that they're going to tinker with capital gains on cash deliveries. Household savings going into financial markets is great. I think it's eventually some level of maturity in our financial markets. And I think that that diversity was needed in my view. Having said that, the absolutely lower class of the Indian population starting to invest in F&Os is a matter of worry, particularly because that's the class that the government wants to protect. And, we know who's gaining in the F&O side, right? It's the large global hedge funds that are really winning on the F&O side. So I certainly think that there will be a change in tax legislation to discourage that piece, the F&O piece, and try and protect the lowest community. And they can do it easily.
We should put Samir next on the window. You said large global hedge fund. Samir is, I don't know if Samir is listening.
No, I think they're referring to different kinds. I think it's the Jane Street.
I'm not referring to Samir.
I'm just joking. But go on, Samir, go on.
There can be no tax because those guys are not paying any tax. So you'll have to discourage them by increasing their STT a little bit. That's all you can do with them. Because if these small guys are, anyway, you're saying the smallest investors, and then they are losing money every day. So a corporate tax won't change that. Or a capital gains won't change that. Only STT change can happen, which is what I've been saying forever. Increase STT, please give away our capital gains also. Increase it to whatever level you want. You simultaneously control the volume. You can simultaneously make the cost of speculation high. And it's easier to collect and easier to get it in bad years also, because otherwise capital gains tax is collected only in good years. And we start thinking how much government is losing in a good year, but then there are 3 bad years and you will still collect STT.
So STT is one route. Just very quickly, Ashok, and Dinesh mentioned this before you joined us, that either you hike STT or just call speculative income as a different class of income and put it under the marginal peak rate. Maybe take it back up to 42%, what used to be the peak rate. What's your sense?
So I think STT is certainly one way, don't just do it on one leg of the transaction, do it on both legs of the transaction, increase the cost a little. So the person who's earning on the margin doesn't have the incentive to participate. But I think, the exemption that was granted a few years ago, excluding F&O trades from definition of speculative income under Section 28, that needs to go back to the original format.
So treat it as business income.
Treat it as business income and treat it with full tax so that you don't get the benefit of capital gains tax.
Kanabar has
it's the opposite. The exemption which came in treats it as normal business income. It needs to go to speculative
income. So, that's what I meant.
So I think we have to thank Samir. Samir, you can please go and take your trip to Moulin Rouge or the Eiffel Tower or have your Bordeaux wine.
And please be back, Samir. I think
as long as you're back into us.
I am stuck today here watching the budget, so not to worry.
All right. Thanks a lot for that, Samir.